Here we go. We're
We're
live.
live.
We're live.
We've officially taken over this page.
So I'm not Megan and you're not Emily, right? Is that
I'm
correct?
not
Is that
Emily.
what's going on here? My hair is nowhere near blonde enough to be either of those ladies. So hello, everyone. Welcome to an irreverent 10 minutes of news and updates from Access Consciousness. So we're taking over. We're bringing a little bit of a down under Australasia, Asia flavour to these updates that we've been doing on a regular basis. And this time you're joined by us. My name is Sarah Watt.
And I am Datu. And we were just before we got on, we were like, okay, I mean, should we call this an India and Australasia? But this is just what it is. Like, she's from Australia and I'm from India, and we are we'll be sharing with you hot news and updates from this part of the world.
Yep.
And yeah.
And I mean, in 10 minutes, we're going to have to do our best, because 10 minutes is not very long when you're talking about all the stuff going on in Access. And yeah, the thing even when we were talking, it's like there's such a global feel to this thing called Access. I don't even know never know what to call Access. It's a thing, and the globalness of it is something that has always been so, I was actually just talking to someone, sorry, and this is where we're going to have to be careful because 10 minutes is going to get sucked up so quickly. But I was just talking to a lady that we work with who lives in Saudi, and I'm Australian, and as a child growing up in Australia, the last thing I ever dreamt as a child was that I would have friends all over the world, that I could literally travel to anywhere in the world and have this connection with people through this thing called Access Consciousness. So how did we get so lucky?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been this thing where it's like at any given time of the hour, there is someone or the other awake in some part of this world that you can connect with and know that they will be willing to go crazy and have those weird conversations with you that probably nobody else would. So that's amazing.
Exactly.
So Sarah, we have a bunch of global stuff right around the corner. So can we speak about I think the coolest day of the year, the Global Bars Day, which is literally 21 hours from now? Can you give everyone who's listening a feeler of what that is and what can we expect?
Yeah, and we're kicking it off here in Australia, and I'm actually part of Simone Milasas and Chris Hughes will be hosting, and I'll be behind the scenes. I'm going to be interviewing my brother, Brendan Watt, for a segment. There's lots of these cool interviews going on. So really, Global Bars Day is exactly that. It's about bringing this thing, which is the Access Bars, to the world. It's a free event. It's morphed and changed over the years. I think originally when we started it, it was literally 24 hours. And I remember the staff would be working around the clock to broadcast this amazing thing to the world. This broadcast is going to be 16 hours. We're doing 4 hours in Australia, 4 hours in Europe, and then finishing it up in Houston. And it's really going to be just an immersion in what Access Consciousness and the bars is, talking about all of the people's lives that it's changed around the world. There's some really, really cool stuff coming up. I had a little sneak peek today. I won't give too much away, but a hint is how a lady used the Access Consciousness tools to not only climb Mount Everest, but actually reach the summit of the highest peaks on every continent of the planet. So there's a cool video about that coming up. And plus it's a time where people can get together, watch the broadcast for a little while, for the whole 16 hours, run bars. You can join other people, experience the bars if you've never experienced before, or just more bars, basically.
It's such a wonderful day to celebrate this. I remember last year I called a friend who was also a facilitator and said that the Global Bars Day is like the Diwali of Access. It's one day where you actually get to celebrate it's been such a beautiful gift to us and so many thousands of people across this world. So I'm really looking forward 21 hours from now. And if you guys would like to hop on, it's a free event, anyone can be a part of this. You need to get on to www.globalbarsday.com and register yourself and join us for the action.
Yeah, and it's all just broadcast straight from that landing page, so it's really easy to find. And we also translate the 16 hours throughout the day, depending on what part of the world and the translators we have available. All of our translators get involved in this as much as possible, and we end up translating, I think we've probably got about 15 or 16 languages that the day is also being translated into as well. So you can join in English, or you can also join and have translation into your language. So how does it get any better than that? And if it was possible to make a good thing even better, what happens right after Global Bars Day?
Yay! We have the Global Bars class, the biggest, baddest, loudest Global Bars class with Dr. Dane, which is this annual thing. Happens only once a year, and this is a class that's live in Houston, but anybody can join online. So yeah, this is on the 22nd of October. You can attend a full day class with Dr. Dane, and this is something that can be added to your certification if you're looking at becoming a bars facilitator as well. This is a class that counts. So on the 22nd of October, bars class with Dr. Dane.
Yes, and it's so cool because they're live in Houston. They've got a beautiful big venue there. So if you're close enough to Houston, you can still register to attend live, jump on a plane and go and spend a day in a room with a few hundred other people, Dane on stage. And we've got so many volunteers, so many helpers there going around the room, helping people with the bars points, learning how to run bars. As Datu said, if you're looking at becoming a bars facilitator, it counts towards your one of three classes to become a bars facilitator. But God, even if you've taken 15 bars classes in the past, spending a day of just exchanging bars and it being with Dane facilitating, it's sounds like a good way to spend a day to me.
Absolutely. So many things to talk about. What next, Sarah? Is there anything else that you're excited for, something else that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, well, I was looking at the energy of this 10-minute update. And by the way, we're already 7 minutes in, just by the way. So 10 minutes is not a very long time. But I'm determined we're going to keep it at 10 minutes because it keeps everyone very, hungry for more. What I would love to invite is there's so many ways to connect with Access. So obviously we do a lot of classes, we do these online events, they're free events, they're paid events, but because we're representing this side of the world, the sort of Asia region, Australia, New Zealand, we call it Australasia. It's a bit of a mix of everything. We have an awesome Facebook group. We've got an Instagram group, and we've got a landing page. So we're going to share that around wherever you're watching this video. We'll post it in the comments. And I guess my big invitation is go and start exploring. I mean, this landing page that we've got, accessconsciousness.com/down under. Don't worry, we'll put the link in there. It shows you the podcasts that we have going that are free. There's stuff, if you've attended, we do a lot of expos here in Australia where you can go along and have your bars run, have bars tasters. But it's kind of this cool intro for those people that might be a little bit new at Access, or even if you've been around for a long time. Do you ever have that sense in Access where you're a bit so overwhelmed by how much possibility and how many choices there are? I still have those days, and I work with Access full time, as you do as well, Datu. It's still this thing of what do I choose next? Yeah. But the thing I love about these landing pages and the Facebook and Instagram groups is you get to connect directly with the staff and with each other and look at, even just to read one of those memes or quotes that really just changes the energy of your day. So yeah,
absolutely.
I'm very excited.
Every single piece of content, I think, and a lot of which is also free, such a facilitation in motion, whether it's these videos or this stuff, it's just incredible. And I'm so grateful that there's so much content out there. It's not about having to do 100,000 classes. There's so much out there. And then if you're interested to do more classes, there is so much. There's so much in this part of the world as well. And maybe this may not be the video for us to discuss all of them, but we could definitely.
And hopefully, and hopefully we've given you guys a bit of a flavor. I think one thing I would like to mention, and we did talk about it off air before we came on, is the first ever opening of the symphony class with Dr. Anthony Mattis coming up in Dubai in 5 weeks. So what the hell is an opening of the symphony, you ask? Well, that's a good question. And we can't explain it all in 30 seconds. So we'll pop some more links. We did another really cool Facebook Live a couple of weeks ago with Anthony and some of the symphony practitioners and some other people involved in his classes. So we might share that around again as well, because that's a really cool intro to another amazing avenue in Access starting to explore these symphony energies and how you can have more of that in your life. So we'll share that. And stay tuned, because basically in about 2 weeks, Datu and I will be here again. We plan to have some amazing special guests come on as well along the way. So yeah, thank you for watching. Anything else, Datu, that we want to, we're 9 seconds over, but I think we've done very well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and happy Global Bars Day, everybody that's watching.
Yes. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
See
guys.
you.